Hello and good evening and welcome to another show. I hope everybody is well, everybody's keeping okay, and yeah. So here we go for another one. Busy day today, folks. Um, so everybody okay? I hope everybody's doing okay. Um, this topic is close to my heart, really. It's about abuse and we all go through some sort of abuse for our lifetime, and it's really difficult to kind of like um, to control, basically. So if you can you imagine it, it's very difficult for anybody to go through anything, and so difficult. So what I'm asking people is this: that what you hear or what you think, please be kind of like be sensitive and um, just be sensitive about abuse. We've got problems at the moment getting the person on, so let me talk to you about it. Um, I was supposed to have somebody on tonight. Um, I was supposed to have had somebody on tonight and to talk to me about all different kinds of abuse. But what I will do is I don't really want to talk about it unless the person's here. So what I've done is I've left something on Crossroads page, and also I left some information on my page, so you can have a look on that, and there you go. So anyway, I'm so sorry about that. Um, it's one of those things. Probably change their mind because I don't want to do it. Probably because it's an hard, thing to talk about. But there you go. Anyway, I'm going to be on later on. Um, um, so anyway, does if anybody wants to speak to me for about 5 or 10 minutes, I can hang around and have a chat. Tell me what you've been up to today, what you've been doing. Yeah, pop over and say hi. And tell me basically what you've been up to today. To her Facebook. All right. Um, where can I send the link to? we might have be able to get the person on. We're just waiting. This is what we got to do. We got to wait around for people.
Send that link to Jason's now, have you?
Mm.
Huh?
Right. Okay. Okay. Decent. I can't find his thingy. Sorry, guys. Sorry. This is what usually happens, really. No, I'm not getting that. I'm trying to do the thing, so I can't. I'm trying to get the find Jason's contact details. Um, hmm, I'm trying to. It's not coming up. Hello?
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 Alright, Steve, can you use mine? Kate's can be on mine, because her phone keeps cutting out.
Right. I just sent you the link, alright?
Alright, right.
Right, sorry guys, we're just waiting for a minute. Sorry about this. Got 5 minutes left. The trouble with these pages, guys, is that you only got a certain time to get guests on, and after that certain time, you have to make another time. So that's what happens.
Hello.
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 So are you two together? Are you?
He's going out the room now.
Ah, right.
He's just
Oh,
borrowing me his phone.
okay. Right. Okay. I didn't know that you were going to do this. That you're two together. Right.
No,
Okay.
he's at the room.
Okay. So, um, so tell me a bit about what's happened to you in the past. Um, don't mention no names or
No.
anybody. Okay. So let's listen to you about it.
It depends how far you want me to go back. I can go right back to my childhood.
Let's talk about that then, because with the childhood, sometimes it can go back to the childhood. Then it could happen when you're in the childhood. Um, you don't have to mention um, your previous relationship
No.
with. You don't have to mention that. That's up to you. But any anything that you want to mention, just say it. All right.
Mhm. Yeah. No. It's. I've never had a father figure in my life because he was abusive. So that's all I ever knew growing up was abuse. And then when I met my ex-husband, I didn't know any different. So the abuse there was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. I was like a prisoner for 35 years, being
Right.
beaten, not allowed friends, not allowed to have remote control TV. I wasn't allowed to work, things like that.
Right. So was it self-controlling then? Were they were they were they controlling you?
Yeah, it was full control, full control. It was the fear. He put the fear into me. I mean, people say it's easy, that just pick up and run, but you can't run. You're too scared. You've got children. Where are you going to go?
Right. Okay. So when let's go back to when you were young. Were you abused when you were young then?
Physically, physically, I was, yeah. And then it went into sexual abuse when I must have been about 9, but that was by a friend's dad.
All right. And how did you feel about that then, Kate? How do you think about that?
Um, I deal with it now, but at the time I used to make up illnesses. I used to make out that I was ill all the time. I had everything under the sun, just so as not to go out, really. And my friends weren't allowed in, so therefore I didn't put myself in that situation.
Right.
It's
Okay.
the threats that they put into your head, like they're going to get your sister or something like that, that stops you from telling.
Right. But the trouble is, Lucy, because so did you say you were 9?
Yeah, I must be about 9.
Yeah. So, was your mum around?
She used to work all the time, so there was never a
Okay.
parent at home back then, like when I finished school or anything like that.
Right. Okay. And so you didn't tell anybody at all then?
No, not until my adult.
And what did you do when it was your adult? Who was the first person you told?
It was my mum. I told my mum because I'd been going through so much with my ex-husband. Uh, the abuse seemed mild from him, what I was getting when I was a child. So I put up with it. And while he was
Mm,
leaving my kids alone, I wouldn't say anything to anybody. So, and then I had to go counselling when the abuse got really violent from my
mm.
ex-husband. And then I opened up and I told my mum.
Right. How bad was it? How bad was the abuse?
With my ex-husband, it was bad. He used to throw things at me, smash up the house. Um, I've had stitches because of him. He's cut my legs open. You just don't say anything to anyone. You're ashamed.
Did you um did you actually get beaten up by him, punched?
Yes.
Okay, so you got punched and everything, and see some people will say while they're watching this, they'll probably say, that if you've been had all this taken, because you were married, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Some people will say because you're in a marriage relationship and in in a relationship, why don't you leave the house? Now I know what you're going to say to me. You're going to say to me because of the kids.
It wasn't really because of the kids. It was the fear that he put into me. I was too scared. I didn't know whether he'd come find me. Where would I go? I had hardly any family in this country. I didn't know, it was only his family. He had a big family. I couldn't go to them. And at the
Yeah,
time, these women's refuge and that, they wasn't advertised.
yeah, yeah,
So it was only when it started affecting my kids, and then he turned on one of my youngest son, and the
yeah,
police was called, and he did get arrested, that I realised that I had to do something about it. And
yeah.
then one day he threw a vase at me. It missed me, exploded on the wall, and went into my son's chest. And as soon as I saw the blood, the fear just overtook that he could have killed my son. So that was it. He was gone. I don't know where the strength come from, but he was gone, and he never come
So
back to
what?
this house
So
again.
what did you do? What did you do? What did you kind of like? What did you do to kind of what? When was the certain point when you said, right, enough is enough?
It was when I saw the blood running down my son's chest, and I don't even know where I got the strength from. The fear just went, and I just went like a crazed woman, and literally pushed him out the door, and I never let him back in after that.
Right. Okay. So when that point came of kind of like removing him from the house,
Yeah,
was the police involved?
the police was, yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. And he was told to leave the house,
Yeah, he
or
was told
you?
that he couldn't come back, yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. And some people will also say that did you let him in back in
No,
again?
never,
You
never let
never
him
let
in.
him back in.
Never let him back in.
You never
No,
let him back in
no.
because when I've been through abuse. And I've had certain things in my life that's happened, and the trouble is, it's so difficult to deal with at that particular time because you can't escape from it because number one, you're probably in love with that partner. Probably two, you're kind of like you haven't got nowhere to go. So where can you go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, but also people can say while they're watching this, they'll probably say, well, that's not an excuse where you can go because the trouble is, if you reported it to social services or reported it to the police, they would have found you a place to go.
They would have, yeah, they probably would have. But being brought up with abuse and violence in my life, it was something I was just used to.
Yeah.
And it's like when, like after my ex-husband, I did meet someone else, and that person wasn't very well. Um, they had their own problems as well. I didn't realise because I was so wrapped up in my own, and they was abusive as well when they was drinking. But it was just something I was used to. I didn't know any different.
Mm.
As long as it didn't affect my kids. I mean, I've had broken bones, broken back, broken hip.
Who
Um,
did? Who's done that to you?
my last partner done that,
Your
but
last
he,
partner did that.
yeah, but it was, to me, that was no different than my first husband cutting my legs open and my back all being split and things like that. That was just no difference because I didn't know any different. I've been brought up with violence.
Yeah, but you don't have to put up with it.
No, I didn't put up with it. In the end, I got strong, um, and then I said no, no more, and then I walked away. But I mean, my last partner, he was really ill. There's no excuse for what he done, but he was ill and he needed help himself. My ex-husband, there was no excuse for what he done. He knew what he was doing, you know.
Of course he did. Of
And
course he did. Because
yeah,
the trouble is, you can't tell me no person. My wife will be the first person to tell you, right? She's been through it,
Mm.
and she will tell you there is no excuse for a man to touch a woman.
No, and no excuse for a woman to touch a man.
To
I
touch a
mean,
man,
yeah,
correct?
when I was I did a little bit of counselling after, and I was helping people in the same situation. It's easy to say, but to actually do and take your own advice is not so easy. And there was a lot of men there as well that was going through hell, and they were so ashamed because they was men, and they
Mm,
think that they shouldn't say anything. And it was, I suppose, it was the same with me. I was embarrassed that I
mm,
was allowing this to happen, and
mm,
I did allow it to happen.
mm, mm. So, so what was the worst abuse that you had out of your two partners? Was it the person that I know,
No,
or was it the other person?
it was the other person because it was the mental side of it. I
Right.
would
Okay.
rather be hit and let that heal than have mind games played, because just last year, while I was trying to get over this, because it wasn't just my last partner, it was his whole family as well.
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
and it was the mental games, the mind games that I couldn't handle. And I nearly took my own life just last year. And something happened and it just snapped me out of it. And I thought, you know what? I've been looking for something all this time and I was right here, you know? And then
Right.
I gave myself a good talking to and shook myself up. And then I come back from that. But there's a lot of people I know that don't come back from it.
No. No. Do you? Um. So I'm going to ask you a question now, which I wasn't going to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No, you don't have to answer it. You don't know
No, it's
answer it.
fine.
But are you are you kind of like, because what I see, well, I can't see it, but what I can kind of fathom is this, that you must be a forgiving person if someone's abused you or someone's done wrong to you,
Mm.
who's kind of like, who's been rotten to you, and I know you got to be friendly because of the kids. I can understand that. But, you know, why do you have that close connection still? Because some women, they think, oh, well, you can have access for the kids, and but I don't nothing to do with you. But you seem to be, close knitted. Do you get me?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And I know who you're talking about as well. And that person has no one else. Um, uh, I can't explain it. He needs a lot of support. Just like last year, he supported me, even though I was done wrong. He supported me, but and at the same time, I always think if I carry on not forgiving, then I'm still the victim, and I won't be a victim no more.
Well done. Congratulations. Um, there's something else I want to ask. Did you kind of like, when you was in? Did you ever cheat on any of your partners?
No, never.
Right.
I
Okay.
never
So
went out. I never went anywhere.
is it because they stopped you from going out?
Yeah, I mean, my ex-husband, I didn't even have a key to the street door. I
What?
didn't go anywhere. But I wouldn't do it anyway because I've got a bit of pride in principle. So I would not lower myself just because someone's treating me wrong to go run into someone else behind their back. No way. I think that's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. So you didn't do it on either of your partners then?
No, never.
Not at all. Right.
No.
Okay. 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 No, sorry. I'll tell you why I mention it is because when you're abused when you're younger, when you're abused when you're at a younger age, sometimes you can be in a relationship, but also you can drift off and have another relationship with somebody else because you want the love, because that other person probably is not giving you the full love.
That's very, very true, and that's what I was coming to. Like, that's what I was saying. Like last year, I was running around like a headless chicken. I was looking for something, and I didn't know. I don't know what it was that I was looking for, and it was just something that happened just before Christmas that I realised it was me. I was trying to find myself. I didn't need anybody else. I just needed me, and that's what I got. I got myself back.
Mm, mm, yeah.
Because we can all
So,
make that mistake.
so is Jay around? Is he?
Is outside.
Is he? Do you mind if I talk to you together?
So I don't know if we will or not.
All right. Okay. Okay.
I
All
can go
right.
and ask him if you want, but I'll have to go off for a minute.
Well, yeah. Just leave the camera on, and you can.
All right, let me go and ask him. Hang on. Oh. All right, he's coming.
Hi, Steve.
Jay, you all right? Now,
Right,
firstly, Jay. Firstly, mate, I'm going to say something to you because I'm always open and try to be honest with people. Okay? You went outside your doorway, and you were actually kind of like beyond the camera,
No,
weren't
he
you?
was out there.
No, he wasn't. He was on the camera.
He couldn't have been on the
Jay,
camera.
Jay, please tell me the truth, mate.
I was outside the door. I was in another room.
No, you won't.
Only next there.
Right. Okay. Look, listen to me. Right, Jay. I thought you was going to be a friend of mine, and I'm telling you now, mate. Right, you were. I heard you. All right. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to
Steve,
argue.
I'm a friend of yours. You know, I thought you was talking to Kay about abuse.
Yeah, and I thought I'd join you. I thought I'd ask you to join Kay because I wanted to talk to you about something. Now, the trouble is, what I feel is this. I don't know if you care if you were there or not, but the trouble is, um, what I'm trying to ask you is this.
Yeah.
It's this, that you are close knitted for because of the children, okay?
No,
And
we
that
haven't
is,
got children.
you haven't got children.
No,
No.
we haven't got children. He's got his own, and I've got my own.
Right, so you haven't got no children from Kay.
No.
No.
Right, okay, sorry. Sorry, I apologise.
No.
It's
My
all
my
right.
my children are from a previous relationship.
Right, okay, okay, okay. So, why I sat you two down together for is this, that have you ever, you two, have you ever felt like kind of trying to mend your friendship or your relationship? Because what I hear from both of you as I talk to you, Jake, on several occasions, you know, and I can see her there kind of like looking, thinking, what's he on about? You know what I mean? And I think what Jay was saying to me the other day was he just he just feel hurt from what's happened in the past, and I think what he feels is that you probably hasn't even forgiven him. You know what I mean? And he wants to stay friends with you, but he also, I'm going to break confidentiality here. He also still have feelings for you
Mm.
in a such a way. So, um, and I know it's hard, but it's like sometimes when you've been in an abusive relationship, it's always tough, isn't it? And is there any chance that you can kind of like? I'm not asking you to get it back together, but kind of like actually kind of like talk about what you've been through, because it's a shame, because you two are nice people, and I think that a friendship like what you've got, can be kind of like healed if you tried.
I think at the moment, especially after last year, I think I need to settle down in myself,
Yeah.
because I was going through a horrendous time last year, absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Anxiety attacks were just out of control. So I
Yeah.
think right now I'm just getting my head clear. I need to deal with myself, and I can't make any future plans at the moment. I just
Yeah.
need to uh, just be me for a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just sorry. I just felt like, I just felt it like what me and Jay was talking about. I only interviewed him a few times, and I can. It's when a man talks to a man, it's like when the feelings come out, and it's I class as a master friend. Why I told him about were you in the room is because I just wanted to get two two different stories from two people,
No, he
different.
didn't want to hear what I had to say, so I told him what I was going to say, and he said he didn't want to hear it again, so he went out.
Right, yeah, because it's so difficult sometimes for. That's what I'm trying to say. See, if he was in the room, he's going to hear the same story again, and it might affect him or probably get upset.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
we
why.
already spoke about it. I told him.
It,
Ah,
it's
that's okay.
it's not that though, Steve. I've got a lot of respect for Kay, and you know, I'll be patient till the day I die. Do you know what I mean? As long as Kay's happy, and if I can, I'll support her as much as I can. Um, and I'll be there. Whatever she needs, I'll be there straight away. Do you know? And that's all I can do is just be there for her.
Mm.
And you know,
What's happened has happened, and I've got to learn to leave it in the past.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's where I'm starting now.
yeah.
I'm
But the
starting.
trouble, the trouble is, Kay, it's harder, isn't it? When things happens, and when someone is really kind of like he loves you a lot and everything, and but the trouble is, at the end of the day, they shouldn't have done it, should they? Really?
No, no. I mean, you see, I know that I can't say too much now, but like he wasn't well. He wasn't well at all. I mean,
Mm,
black depression wasn't the word for it.
yeah,
It was the
yeah,
only way out. I mean, his family was not supportive.
yeah,
They made the situation worse,
yeah.
and they was. I don't know. How can you say it? If I'm honest, they were robbing me. um, well, no, there was a lot of problems and issues there, and I think we both need to find our own
What do you
stuff.
mean? What do you mean robbing you?
Well, we tried to start up a business, a daycare centre for the elderly, and we had a client, and we was on the minimum wage, and we accepted that wage while the business got established because it was family.
Mm,
Uh, it was about £350 a month, and we was like living carers, managers, just for that amount. But then we found that we ended up having to supply everything that this lady needed out of our own pockets. And
yeah.
we was buying stuff, we never ever got the money back, from the thousands, not just a couple
Oh,
of hundred.
yeah,
Um, and then it become mediums started moving in, and it just went all wrong from there. They didn't want me there because I was a strong character,
mm,
and they
mm,
didn't want me there. So they
mm.
there was a lot of lies and
Right. Okay. All
a
right.
lot of stuff going on. But because they was a medium, they was believed.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
it's all a bit of a
So
Yeah.
show, though, wasn't it?
it
Really.
was all a big show. Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. Don't worry. I wasn't having a go at you about he was about kind of like beyond the camera or something like that. It's just that I've got a thing about I can yeah, I had a thing about it. It was I'm only trying to help you because what I'm trying to do at the moment, I'm trying to get this out there for other people because there's a lot of people that's been abused
There
over the
is.
COVID period,
There is.
and I'm trying to get that out there. I'm not trying to bang it on you lot.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get it out there. That's all I'm trying to do at the moment, and that's
There,
why I said about you two coming and sit together. You
mm,
know, because I know that you two do kind of like speak to each other now, which is good,
mm.
and you know, but some people don't, do they?
There's no point in being bitter because the only person you're hurting is yourself.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
first of all, you've got to get over it and deal with it. It took me a
yeah,
long time to deal with it, but I have.
yeah.
I'm dealing with it.
Yeah. What's the healing process like on your part then, Jay?
What's what?
The healing, like on
What's
your.
what's the healing process on your part? Do you think you're still healed from everything, or are you feeling
Um,
guilt?
uh, I feel, to be honest, I feel guilty that I'm not with Kay still. That's probably why I want to support her as much as I can. Um, and yeah, um, but as I say, you know, I want to, you know, I want to make amends.
But you're healing now. How are you feeling?
Um, I don't know. Sometimes I suppose I still feel a bit depressed about things.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Have you seen the counsellor or anybody, or
um, no, not really.
would
That's
you
Kay's,
would you
Kay's been my counsellor.
yeah, but sometimes though, Jay, I think you need somebody different, like a counsellor, someone different you can speak to who don't know your problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I can solve other people's problems, but I can never solve. It's the same scenario in it, but I can't solve my own. It's
Yeah,
it's sort of, you know. But yeah, I suppose I'm used to dealing with things on my own, and I
yeah.
suppose that's part of my problem.
I think what you need to do now, I think you need to let go, and kind of like get yourself sorted out, mate. You know, and I think the trouble is you need to heal, and you still got Kay there, and you know Kay will probably still talk to you, but I think it's best for you know that you see somebody, not Kay all the time. It's nice to speak to Kay, but I think you need to speak to somebody different, which you can pour out your feelings because when you're speaking to your partner or your former partner, say, um, one of you might have bitterness still,
Yeah, which is me.
which is you. See, there you go. See, so I'm not wasting my time. So what I'm trying to say is they still got bitterness, and sometimes they don't want to hear it because they're thinking, I don't want to hear this crap all the time. I'm not in the right place at the moment. See?
No, I understand that though. That's why I'm trying to make amends, Steve.
Yeah, but so what I'm. This is what I'm going to offer you right now. I'm going to offer you to get you some counselling, but you got to say you want it. I can't come to you, mate, and go, oh, I can't come to you and go, oh, Jay, you got to bloody have counselling. I'm saying to you now, if you give me your address details, everything you got, right, I will get you help with counselling. I will do that for you. But you know, you've got to do it. You can't kind of like turn back on it and say I don't want to do it. You've got to start helping yourself.
That's what you're saying.
But I say all the time.
Yeah, well, I do want it, but I want Kay
Yeah.
more.
Don't.
But yeah, I do want it.
But no, see the trouble is it's not what Kay wants, it's what you want at the moment, alright? It's
Yeah,
what
well,
you want. See
I know.
Kay is a different person. She's not you. And she's got to do and we can get counselling for Kay too if she wants it. But I can't kind of like get counselling for you two together because I believe that both of you need some some space alone for a little while to heal. Because what I've been hearing from Kay is sorry, I'm not Jeremy Kyle by the way, all right? but it never is. But what I can hear from what I can hear is that one is bitter and the other one is thinking, please have me back. Please have me back.
Mm.
I'm sorry. Please. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Am I talking, if I'm talking or am I talking crap?
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, I've got my numbers. If I feel that I'm not coping, I can call them. There's always someone there for me. But he hasn't got anyone but me. And if I turn away, then I feel guilty because I think, well, I'm getting better, but he's not.
Mm, mm. But Jay, I don't. Jay, look, right, nice bloke, right? I've only interviewed you a couple of times, and I think you're a good bloke, right? I have never met you. I've spoken to you on you, and I think I talked to my wife about you. I think you're a good guy. But what you've got to realise is, right? Don't go around saying, "Oh, I'm the macho one. Nothing's wrong with me." If you want to resolve your situation now, you
Mm.
need to kind of like try to get some sort of help.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Definitely. Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that, especially at this time of lockdown and that, they don't realise that there is help out there. Some people are not in a situation to call for help though. And
Mm,
that's what, people say, well, why don't you call? Why don't you ask for help? They're not always in that situation to ask for help.
yeah,
I wasn't.
yeah,
I was being watched all the time.
yeah, yeah. It's
So
difficult. It's difficult, though, isn't it?
it is difficult. So it's the fear that they put into you as well.
Yeah, I know. You know, when you were kind of like, Jay, did you have any history from like when you were younger about sexual abuse or anything?
I wasn't sexually abused, but I was physically abused and mentally abused.
Right. Okay. And was that from your parents?
It was from my stepfather.
Stepfather. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm not a counsellor, mate. All I do, I just go around kind of running the show, and I'll just say as it is. And
Mm.
all I'll say to you is, it's mate, I've been where you are, all right. And if you don't not get help now, it will just bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, and you want to commit suicide. Honestly,
Yeah,
truthfully, I've
you
been
do.
there. Honestly,
You self-destruct in the
Mm.
end because you don't know what to do with it all.
no, you
Yeah,
don't.
that's the point that I got to. But I was lucky. I turned around. Something happened, and it turned me
Yeah,
around.
yeah. But the trouble is, though, see, what you've got to realise is that I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. What happened between you guys, right? But all I can say to you is this: that there is forgiveness there, right? She might say, "Oh well, I hate him for what he's done," and that's what she thinks, right? But also, if she didn't care about you, she wouldn't be there, would she? Do
No.
you get what I'm trying to say? And if you look at her now, she's probably say, if you say to her, "Do you care about me?" She'll probably say yes. That's why she's there. It's
But
obvious.
yeah, I mean, but it's like with anyone. It's like even with my ex-husband, he had cancer of the kidney, and he had to have his kidney removed. But I still phoned up every day to see how he was because I don't want anything. I don't care that. Well, I do care what people do to me, but I don't want anything bad happening to anyone else.
Mm,
It doesn't matter who it is.
mm,
It's the way I am.
mm. Yeah, I know what it can be, what it can be like, and
Mm.
I feel, and I just thank you two for coming on screen and telling your story because it's helping people out. I'm getting
I
quite a
hope
few
so.
people, quite a few people now. But the trouble, it's so difficult in it to kind of like, I just hope that you two will find some ground and you two will be able to kind of like sort things out because I'm not, I'm not, as I say, I'm not Jeremy Carr, I'm not anybody. But I don't like even Jeremy Carr. I don't even like him. But I don't. I've been on his shows, and please tell, just Google it. I don't even want to talk about it. But all I'm trying to say to you two is this: that if you really kind of like want to forgive each other, then do it, okay? And if you kind of like want to get help, Jay, then you contact me anytime you want, day or night, right? I'll give you my telephone number, my home telephone number, and I'll promise you I'll get you the help. But I cannot go around twisting your back. You've got to do it for yourself.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what. You won't believe this, but I reckon Kay, if you went and got some help, Kay will think more of you as a man to getting some help than what you are at the moment. Is that right, Kay?
I've told you that anyway.
Yes, yes.
So there you go. Anyway, thank you for you two for joining me.
Thank you.
You've helped. You probably will be helping a lot of people out for doing this.
I hope so.
All right. And thank you for your time. And I hope you two will be okay. Don't when I come off of you, don't have a fight.
We will.
You will. You will. You will. I think.
No, she's joking.
I think you're gonna. Yeah, chuck your saucepans at him. You know. I told him the next time he comes on my program, he's got to do some cooking. So hopefully. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to try and do something easy, like a loaf of bread or something.
A loaf of bread.
I'm going to make bread, yeah.
Oh, I'll just turn you off, mate. Just press a button and go. That's it. We was trying to get him out on some questions yesterday, you know, and but he came up with it. But this is one good thing. At least you had a chef cooking for you. Come on.
Okay, well, better cook than him.
You're a better cook than him.
Yeah.
She taught me. It's a joke.
Oh, you can do the cookery program for me then.
No.
You can do the cookery program for me.
No.
Oh, now I know. So you were wearing her clothes yesterday, weren't you? And her wig.
Right, I'm going.
Anyway,
you caught me out.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. You know. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and you two take care.
And you.
I don't want to hear about you know, beating each other up, having a boxing match on Sky or anything. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
There you go. Anything to do with abuse or anything, it's not on. If you hit your partner, that's definitely not on, not right. We've got to have a healing process from that, and get help or counselling. Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you, George, for listening. Thank you for everybody who was listening. I've got to go because I'm shattered, and I've still got more to do. Anyway, guys, bye-bye.